Well, all right. All right, y'all. So, welcome back to Love 24 Hours here, where we view videos that could, I don't know, add a little enlightenment to your day, brighten your day, boost that awareness or your consciousness, things of that nature. So let's jump straight into the shout outs, shall we? If I shouted you out prior, there's nothing wrong with a little extra love. And if I mispronounce your name in any kind of way, my bad, y'all. I try. Okay. So first shout out goes to Abby Pitts. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love Tribe all day. Love Tribe. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'll try to stay focused here because I need to get all this stuff done for today. Okay. So next shout out goes to Talisha. I want to say it says that's Talisha, I think. So Talisha P, Talecia. I think that's Talisha. Talicia? That's either way it go. That's cute. Talisha. Okay. But thank you and welcome. Welcome to the Love Trap. And the last shout out goes to Chief Trail 901. Thank you, and I appreciate the vibes. Thank you. And so yes, so let's just go ahead. Oh, and before we jump into the video, make sure y'all check out the podcast and or my website. All of the information is down below in the description. And without further ado, y'all, let's view these videos.
One piece of advice for women watching this podcast: be kind to one another. When I think of the women that I've worked with women who have not wanted you to succeed. And I've worked with women who have just wanted to make you bloom and grow. And be one of those. Be one of those women that brings out the best in other women. Because sometimes they're a little bit rare. But when they come your way, they make such an impact on your life. I mean, women that genuinely want the best for you.
Others. Who on your last day, you can't take it with you.
Yes, that is true.
But you can leave it here. True. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse.
Yo, hold on. That's a bar. Hold on. That's a bar.
You can run with that. You'll never see, what I say?
You never see a U-Haul behind a hearse.
Now, the Egyptians tried it.
That's right.
What did they get? They got robbed.
How would an abundant person think? And before you reach for your cell phone and start scrolling through your social media, close your eyes and rehearse in your mind how that person would walk, how they would breathe, how they would smile, how they would greet people, how they would be on Zoom calls, how would they be in traffic, how would they be at dinner. And the act of closing your eyes and mentally rehearsing the act, if you're truly present, the brain does not know the difference between the real life experience and what you're imagining. In fact, just a little bit of time, you start to install the neurological hardware to look like you already did it.
You can actually disregard your feelings. You can become the kind of person that is so in tune with the values that you have and what you actually want, that when feelings rise up, you can choose to act however you want despite them. Even if you're tired, you can still go to the gym. Even if you're annoyed with your spouse, you can still speak in a manner that's loving. Even if you don't feel like doing that hard work, you can still push yourself to do it. Your feelings aren't a choice. Your behavior and your thoughts are always a choice.
Everything is possible in your life when you believe. When you believe, everything is possible. You have two hands. Everything is possible. Go. And take it whatever way you want to do.
They brought him to Australia and he had a fractured orbital, and they brought him to the doctor, so he gets examined, and the doctor calls the UFC and goes, "Where did you get this guy?" And they go, "What do you mean?" And they go, "He's a fucking specimen." And he goes, "Oh yeah, he's amazing, right?" They go, No, you don't understand. He goes, "I've been a doctor for 50 years. I've never seen someone like him." He said the tendons in his eyes are 3 times larger than a normal person.
Energy technologies that the world elites have been suppressing. This is part 1 on quartz crystal. Now check this video out.
We have 2 quartz crystals here, And I'm going to rub these together. I'm going to turn off the light, and you're going to see something. Check this out.
Now, not only are quartz crystals highly electric, but they are the highest vibrational objects on this planet. They vibrate about 786,000 pulses per millisecond, and they are neither a solid or a liquid. And Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And people have built crystal power motor cells that have been running for years. Not to mention quartz crystals used in our clocks, our watches, microprocessors. Even your smartphone uses a liquid crystal display. And Mark Cummings, a university professor, actually discovered if you wrap copper wire around a quartz crystal, pump energy into it, then 30% more energy will come out of it than was going into it. And then the main
people aren't aware of this, but bats are by far the most effective long-distance seed dispersers and pollinators in the world.
More than bees?
Oh, much more. It's been found in recent years that they have social systems strikingly similar to those of primates, whales, and elephants. The biggest bat has a wingspan of almost 6 feet.
Whoa, look at the size of that sucker.
Bats are by far the most maneuverable, best flyers in the world. They can do things that neither birds nor insects can do in flight. The free-tail bats can fly thousands of feet above ground, and with a tailwind, they can go 100 miles an hour.
What?
100 miles an hour.
That's interesting. Look, I'm going to have to do research on that one. I didn't know that. I had no clue. I did not know that. And I like bats. I think they're kind of cute. And I did not know that big bat was real. I seen that thing floating. It went viral. I did not know it was real. Oh my goodness, I need to do research. And I ain't gonna lie, not saying that. I'm that weird friend, y'all. Now I want one. I love sloths too. I want to be a sloth. Like what? Okay, sorry, they had nothing to do with that. Okay, on to the next one.
Most people will never wake up. And a lot of people that do wake up choose to go back to sleep. See, when you have a spiritual awakening, usually your first instinct is to try to help other people wake up. But what you'll find is many people will actually fight you to remain asleep, because everybody isn't meant to be awakened in this lifetime. We're all on different paths. Some people will have to reincarnate a few more times before they get it, and that's okay. But I think trying to force people to wake up or to think how you think isn't a good idea, because it basically just becomes another religion. And that's why it's so hard for people to truly unite or collectively stand on anything, because we're so ideologically divided. We identify ourselves based on these terms and groups. So the conscious people talk down on the sleep people and the religious people. The religious people talk down on the people that's non-religious and say, oh yeah, you know, you going to hell. The rich talk down on the poor hate the rich, the capitalists hate the socialists, the conservatives hate the liberals, and vice versa. You got the feminists, then you got the red pill manosphere, you got black versus white, vegans and non-vegans, and the list goes on and on. And see, every group believes that they're right and the opposing group is wrong. But when you remove all the titles and groups, what do you have?
Did you know when you're vibing high, it literally makes people horny? Yeah. And this is why when you're vibing high, you have to be very careful on the events you go to, places you go to, people you're around, even when you're around friends and family, significant others. A lot of these people need healing, and they think that they're physically attracted to you, but it's literally your healing energy that they're craving. They have to be in you, literally. There's been times where I was with a couple of friends with their husbands, baby daddy, fiance, boyfriend, whoever. And I noticed that her partner would be mesmerized by me in the conversation, staring at me. I can look completely opposite from the friend, and they're just so intrigued and drawn in. A couple of friends had told me, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know what was up last night, but when I got home, we haven't had sex in months, but he like screwed my brains out. These people are so broken, need healing, possessed, that they will screw you through their partner. I've even had a couple of my hair clients' husbands like going through their wives' phones, tracking me down, trying to buy me things, give me things. And I'm like, what am I doing? You're not doing anything. You're literally vibing that high to the point that these people are drawn to you and they're willing to do anything to get a piece of your energy. Another thing that will happen is you're going to have a lot of your friends who they feel they're not even gay trying to sleep with you. Maybe they need healing. There's something going on with their spirit, and they will try to sleep with you. I had a couple of female friends try this with me, and they're like, I don't understand. Like, I've never been attracted to a woman. Why do I want you? It's not that they are physically attracted to you. They need that healing energy. They need you to be intimate with them in order to take your spirit. Also, look out for the eyes. It's not a lustful look. It's almost like a hypnosis type of look that they will give you. I've had people look at me like this. That's not a lustful look. There's some type of demonic possession going on there. There's something inside of them controlling them. Whenever you see that, I suggest you run. And because of your energy, you will have stalkers. So please be careful who you date, places you go, what you do, and learn to detach from people in different ways. Sometimes you have to detach from people in sections. There are going to be people who befriend you to sleep with you, and it's going to be at an alarming rate. They will also try to sleep with your exes and your significant other. Be very careful with that. They have to screw your partner to feel energy from you.
Somebody come take a look at this. Ain't no way she picking eggs from a damn tree. Do y'all see this? Oh my God, not the yolk done came out. You see the green stem of the egg connected to this tree? I just need a few seconds to take this in. What the fuck eggs have we been eating then? What have we been eating? Okay guys, this the moment of truth. When he cracked this egg open, y'all won't believe it's goddamn seeds inside of the egg. Seeds inside of the egg, baby. Anything with a seed, we supposed to eat. Oh my God. Now he finna fry this motherfucker. Lord behold, it fries just like the regular eggs they've been poisoning us with. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So now they have completely stopped me from commenting on my own post. I haven't said anything derogatory. So we're going to get straight into it. Y'all see here we have a Russian soldiers here. And this guy's now being pulled into the water by a water spirit, what we called AKA the merman. I'm going to give you full disclosure on what the hell is going on. The other guy seen it. He was scared to death. Once he seen he was being pulled in and he seen the other mermans around, he didn't want to become a victim. Now this merman is a water spirit, so it can also shapeshift just like a reptilian. They have the same exact DNA. And a lot of people don't know this, but I'm going to go and bust it down for you because so many people came across this video and don't even know what they're looking at. See how the guy's thrown back in there? Boom. Body's thrown back in, then here you go. Spirit walks out. See that? Look at him. See, once he tried to grab for to help his battle buddy, hell no, gotta go. Dude rolled right on out because there wasn't anything he can do for him at this point. See how his body's thrown in there and the spirit walks out of there? That's the spirit of devouring. You have a lot of these water spirits in national parks and all through rural areas where you can find water, ponds, lakes, rivers, oceans. This has been going on for a long time. And I can tell you right now, their voices, they sound beautiful, man. They lure you right in. Old school stories of settlers. My granddaddy did 36 years. My other granddaddy, rest their souls, 32 years in the Navy, both of them. 36 years and 32 years. And they told me a lot of stories about these things too. But on another note, like I said, man, we're going to bust it down. You see him right there? Boom. It grabs for him. Nothing he can do to save him from the water spirit. He hauls ass. Gets right out of there. Nothing he can do for him. It's sad, man. And we're going to wind here. Boom. He's calling for backup. Where did he go? Body being thrown in. Boom.
I just seen on my For You page, this girl report about 28 women were hospitalized due to using a Ouija board. And that shit triggered a memory. So, story time. It's 2007 or 8. I go over my friend's house. It's a Friday. We're after school. We're hanging out. I remember when I was on my way to her house, I was listening to Paramore's Miseries. So that had to be 2007. I don't know why I'm adding that. I just want y'all to have a little bit more detail. So boom, I go over her house. We're all making strawberry shortcake. I call my mom. I'm like, Ma, I'm gonna be at my friend's house till later on tonight. I'll be home in a little while. My mom said, I don't know about that shit, but bring your ass home in a timely manner. I'm like, cool, but it's fall, so you know it gets dark early. And I'm a scary ass bitch, so I'm like, I'm gonna be home way before then. The mom goes upstairs because she's tired, so we start to pull out the stuff from the fridge to make the strawberry shortcake. As we do that, as we're washing her hands, she proceeds to pull out a bag that has a game board in it. And this bitch pulls out a brand new Ouija board. I said, bitch, where you get that from? That bitch at a toy store. Little did I know that toy stores actually make those as board games. But I know about this shit because I come from a spiritual family who knows better. So my friend who houseware, she's like, who wants to play before we do the strawberry shortcake? But of course, everybody else is like, well, let's just try it out. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch. Y'all do it. 20 minutes go by, and I'm just waiting for the strawberry shortcake, because, bitch, that's my motive for being here. They're doing it, and no activity happened. So I'm like, can we finally make the dessert? And they're like, fine, okay. The girl goes to lift up the board to fold it back up and put it in the box. The bottom is black. And when I mean black like it was burnt underneath. Like if you have a candle that's sitting too low underneath something, all the smoke would turn it black. And once again, it was on the table the whole time. We were all watching it. I was watching, they was touching it. And it was cardboard, so I'm not gonna act like it was something that was like solid wood and shit. Like, it was brand new. I seen her take it out the wrapping and everything. It wasn't that. So, bitch, I'm all looking like, girl, this shit is too much for me. So an hour later goes by. We're eating the strawberry shortcake. But when I get nervous or when I just get anxious, I got the feeling like I have to poop even when I don't. TMI. I know, I'm sorry. So I go to her downstairs bathroom, which is by the back door, and I hear knocking at the door. So I wash my hands, leave out the bathroom, and I'm like, who's knocking at the door? You know, because I'm not going to open up somebody else's door because this ain't my house. And the girls is like, bitch, we ain't hear nobody. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. I go to sit down. 5 minutes later, I hear knocking at the back door. This time, the mom's upstairs. She's like, can somebody answer that fucking door? And the daughter's like, Ma, there's nobody knocking at the door. But I heard it and the mom heard it. I've had a lot of supernatural experiences that have knocking involved in them. She opens up the back door, a cold wind comes in. It was fall, it could have been that. But me? I'm so fucking scared, I leave immediately. Left so fast, I left my house key, so I'm knocking at my front door like, Ma, let me in. My mom opens up the door to let me in. I walk past her and she stops me. She says, oh, come back here real quick. Sorry for the delay. My friend called her. You know when two friends start gossiping, it goes on forever. So anyway, I go up onto the porch, right? And I'm knocking because I left my key at my friend's house. Because when I tell y'all, my ass was out of there. I don't got to get burnt twice to know that a stove is hot. So my mom comes to the door. She opens it up. And I come in past her, right? And I don't know what it is. But you know when you got a psychic, spiritual black mama who comes from a long line of, if your eyes are truly open, the way they can sense shit that the mundane can't is on another level. If you know, you know. So I walk past her, girl, I'm making a beeline for the living room. And she's like, come back here. I stop and turn around because I think I'm probably in trouble for something because it's always something. She says, take off your clothes down to your boxers and lay them on the porch and go take your ass in the bath. And I'm like, Ma, I'm clean. I showered before I went to school. And I'm like, my friend's house is clean too. She said, I ain't asking all that. Just do what I say. So I do it, right? And I'm in my boxers, so I walk to the bathroom, and then I turn on the shower. And she's like, bitch, I didn't say the shower. I said the bath. And I'm like, Ma, I hate baths because for me, I've always been a shower hoe. I don't like the notion of just sitting in your own filth. I know you can shower first and then bathe later. It's just not for me. So I run the bath water. I'm sitting in the tub. She gets a cup of salt, throws it in there, and she says, wash up now. So I do it. When I tell y'all, my mom made sure I was clean. And she threw out my clothes, and I was pissed because I had an Echo Unlimited shirt, and I didn't get name brand shit often. Fast forward many years later, I go up to my mom, and I'm like, girl, you was trying to cleanse me for shit I didn't even know about back then. And I never even think to tell my mom it was a Ouija board because old school black parents don't play that shit. I would have never been able to go to nobody's house. And the reason why I just love my mom, because she's like, long story short, she's like, when you got in, I could tell something was opened around you. And she's like, even though nothing was technically on you, with the right senses, you can sense when some shit's been opened around you. She said, sometimes it's not enough to not touch it. Sometimes you just have to take yourself out of the situation. For an example, if you're in a room with somebody and you're wearing a mask, but they still sneeze, there's a good chance that the germs sometimes could still get to you and make you sick. It won't happen for everybody, but the germs still do travel and sometimes attach themselves. You gotta think of the same way with spirituality and occult items. They're good for some, they don't work for others. They do bad shit for some, they do good shit for others. But she said, that's some shit you keep your bitch ass away from. And I said, yes, ma'am. And now over, I would say, 20 years later, I will say, if I'm ever around somebody that has one, that's all right for them. However, I'm gonna just respectfully leave.
If cosmology would have attracted you to that, and what is the benefit of our people to have an understanding of the cosmos?
We are the cosmos. There is a book, Kibayan, that says the universe is mental. Think in terms of a dark room. Everything is dark, can't see a thing. Okay? You find a light switch, you turn it on, and you see the lamp, you see the chairs, the tables, the candle. You see it all. My question to you is, did all those things appear in a room when you turned the light on? No, they were always there. Your light just wasn't on. And turning on the light of your mind is like finding the cosmic encyclopedia, known as the Akashic Records, that tells us that you're born with everything that has ever existed, that exists, and will ever exist. And all you have to do is go on a search for it. And when you find it, see, but nobody can turn your light switch on. That's the key. Nature is not cruel, but she's not going to give it to you like that. You have to search for it.
Yes, sir.
When you find a light switch, only you can turn your light switch on. But once you turn it on and you see everything, you can't not see it anymore. And so our ancestors, when you go to the Dogon, okay, the Dogon of Mali, West Africa, my research of the Dogon explains that there were two French anthropologist historians, Dieterlen and Griot, that went and lived with the Dogon for a while. This was years ago, in the 20th century. And they celebrated this star that's called Sirius B, or Kizi Uzi, the littlest thing, the littlest star. And this star is said to circle Sirius A, the big star, every 50 years. But every 60 years, they have a celebration. Okay? And this celebration celebrates Sigi Tolo. Tolo means star. Sigi. Okay? They celebrate it. Now, we know that the Kushites also celebrated this. So this is a remnant of collected information. But every 60 years, they had a celebration. Only every 60 years, they celebrated this revolution around Sirius A of Sirius B. And in this celebration, they created what's called a Kanaga mask. K-A-N-A-G-A. I'm a teacher, brother, so I'm going to do a lot of spelling.
We're here for high level
conversation. Because I want folks to get their pens and pencils and notebook out, because we got to study this. We have to know this so that when we face these individuals, we shut the room down. Because I'm not coming with no emotion. It's science. Science is knowledge from the word scient. And so, for me, it's important for the community to know how to spell it, to go research it, and then do what you do. But they built a Kanaga mask every 60 years for this. And after the celebration, they would take it to a special room, and they would put this Kanaga mask on a chair that they built specifically for this Kanaga mask. When Griot and Dieterlen were there, they went to one of the celebrations of the Sigi ceremony. And they saw the room where the Kanaga mask was brought. And this is going to complete the room. There were 12 masks in the room. Now, every mask represents 60 years that they knew this star. That wasn't seen by the Western world until 1971. The Dogon people knew of this little star in this room. Now, when you multiply 60 times 12, I think the number 720, you're going back to the 1300s. When that room was started. And whoa, Griot Dieterlen was taken back. They said, this is how long you've known about this?
Yes.
No. We have 2 more rooms with 12 beds.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you talk about the ancientness of our genius, you can understand why they don't want us to know who we are.
Absolutely.
We have to understand as a people what has happened. Malcolm was right. We've been bamboozled. We don't know our greatness. But the other piece to knowing knowledge is to do something with it. And that's the key. There's a Moorish proverb that says, If what you learn, you can't do nothing with it, you wasted your time learning. You got to do something with everything that you're learning. As you have done your videos, your programs, your activities with all the different scholars that you've spoken to. If at the end of that, the people that are watching you can't do something with it, they wasted their time.
That's a fact.
You got to do something. Whoa, 19 Keys had the brother on. He dropped some knowledge. Let me do some research. That's why I spell words. For those that want to do that extra.
Yes, sir.
This is what we have to start doing. We have to understand who we are. We have to understand what this is. This is the kiss from the Creator. This is Ra. This is the sun enveloping you and kissing you and bringing you out of the darkness of your mother's womb with a divine destiny.
Yes, sir.
And each and every one of us is born with a destiny. In fact, we were born to fulfill the destiny to make the world a better place. So it's not even like after you're born, you figure out what you got to do. You were given your assignment before you were conceived. One more thing I want to drop. When a woman has a baby, that embryo inside of her, let's say it's a sister, that sister has the seed of all of her children. When grandmother was born, she was born with the egg that would create her daughter. But then that daughter was in the embryo of her daughter. So her daughter was born when grandmother was born, when grandmother's mother was born, and that goes back to the ancestors that dwell within us, 1,048,576 human beings it took over that period of 20 generations to bring us into existence. But I only brought you back 500 years. 1,048,576 human beings existed to bring you into existence. How many you got if I took you back 5 million years? And we think we're alone? We walk with our ancestors. They're in us all the time. And they are asking us, open up to me. I got something to tell you.
Yes, sir.
Listen to what I'm saying. Follow your intuition. This is science, Brother 19 Keys. This isn't emotion. And I'm not taking you into the twilight zone.
Yes, sir.
This is what our ancestors knew. So with all the questions you're saying, like what we can do with this, what is the difference between our ancestors and us? There's only one difference. They knew they were the creator having a human experience. And they were conscious of their consciousness. They were brought up in Kindezi by the grandparents to tell that baby, when mother and father were off doing work, the grandmother was saying, baby child, I can't do the good African
baby child.
Yes, your ancestors dwell within you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and never forget that. And when you're down there and you're thinking and you're needing help, call out to the ancestors. And one day I won't be here. Call me. I'll be there.
That makes me think.
Now that's good, because my purpose is not to make you believe me. It's simply to make you think.
Yes, sir. That's the purpose of high-level conversations. You know, it's to help people think.
Come on, man, hook me up. What the fuck y'all doing? Y'all rationing around here? Come on, hook me up. 2 little fucking string beans? Give me the goddamn string beans. I want some fucking devil eggs. I like fruit. Don't you like fruit? I like fruit.
No. Alright, y'all, that's the end. That's the end of the video. Bro, that tripped me out every day. That would never not be funny. Okay? Give me the goddamn string beans. It do be feeling like that, though. 2, 2, 2, 4, 4. Give me the goddamn string beans. Okay. Alright, y'all. But yeah, I gotta run, y'all. I gotta jet and go take care of a few things. So no bonus content today, but it'll be back, of course. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys. I'm forever grateful. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of my purpose and my path. And I love you all. You guys are beautiful. But yeah, I love you all because I have no reason not to. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day or night. Bye bye.